Do you see nice journaling supplies you can't afford? Do you wish your journals could look like the ones you see online? You've come to the right place. I'm going to show you 7 ways you can decorate your journal with stuff you already have or stuff you can easily get. I'm going to show you decorating with my bullet journal, but this can work with any type of journal or scrapbook or junk journal. So let's go. So the first tip is to use flyer and magazine images. I don't have a colored printer and sometimes I just want to decorate my journal fast. So an easy way to do that is just to use magazines or flyers. I usually just use flyer images because I don't have magazines, but both are good. Like there's usually a lot of like random stuff in the flowers that I don't really want. What I look for usually is food, perfumes, textures, clothes, and plants. I sometimes use the images as stickers too if I don't have any good stickers. Sometimes when I don't have an idea, I just go to my stash of magazine flyer cutouts and just start putting images together like color schemes. And it helps bring my creativity up and I can figure out a theme if I don't have a theme in mind or it's hard for me to think of a theme. The second tip is scrap paper. Like who else just randomly has a bunch of scrap paper lying around? I know I do. This is a good way to get rid of the scrap paper and make the journal nice. What I like to do to decorate it more is to draw on top of it, embellish it, make a collage, make shapes, or use it as fake washi tape. When I didn't have any washi tape, I used to do this. The third tip is to use sticky notes and flashcards. This is similar to the second tip except you're using sticky notes and flashcard instead. I usually buy a bunch of these and I think I'm going to use it, but then I never use it. They're just there and I don't want to throw them because like, the colors look nice, right? And there's so much stuff you can do with it. Like I've seen people make calendars and mini fake notepads. If you don't have colored craft paper, this is a good way to use like, I guess, fake craft paper, but still looks as good. You can make kind of like flip up and flip down type stuff. You can use it to make a section stand out. I couldn't think of what to draw here for March, just kind of a spring nature theme. If you have any suggestions, please comment because I really don't have any ideas. But I used this as a Polaroid picture. I didn't even plan this out, but I was messing around with this and the idea just came to me. When you just mess around with your scrap paper, sometimes ideas can just come to you. That's why I like to keep all my scrap papers. Tip number 4 is simple sketches. You don't have to be good at drawing to do this. If you see my drawings, you can tell I'm not that good, but I still do this tip. And this can make your journal still look 10 out of 10. Some ideas I have are you can make a simple sketch on a different looking scrap paper, rip the edges, and glue or tape on it. This can give a more scrapbook effect. I think this can also add more depth than directly just drawing it on the journal. Plus, if you make a mistake on the sketch, you don't have to worry about messing up your journal. Tip number 5 is to use dried leaves and flowers. I've only tried this once with tape, but I know there are better ways. Let me know if you want me to make a video. I would use these leaves or flowers as decorations. I've also seen people make bookmarks with it, so that's a good idea for a journal too. What I did here is put leaves under a page and use it as a stencil and colored over it with a crayon. The 6th tip is to use book pages or newspapers, or both. It gives a nice vintage feel if you like that. I don't have any books lying around, only math textbooks, but I don't really want to use those, so I use newspapers instead. And you can kind of cut out sayings and make your own stencils. I thought of this generic quote on the spot and I think it's still nice. And the 7th tip is using mini symbols. You can draw them on or use stickers or paper. Like I know this sounds really basic, but I do this all the time as a sticker substitute. And sometimes it gives a nice writing in my diary effect. And it's just really fast and easy. What I usually draw are hearts, stars, squiggles, or circles. And this is what a page looks like before and after the doodles. So we have magazine images, scrap paper, sticky notes and flashcards, simple sketches, plants, newspaper and book pages, and mini doodles. I have some bonus tips too. So you can also use wrapping paper and scrap fabric, an old calendar. If you would like a second part of this video where I go more in depth with these tips, then please let me know in the comments. What I like about these tips is that they're so easy to do even though they sound so simple. But just using these tips you can make very beautiful pages. I'd love to see if any of you use these tips, so please comment below if you have used these tips. Or if you have any other ideas for everyone, please leave them in the comments. And that's it for the video. I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. I'm gonna go write my journal now, so bye.